Hello everyone, welcome to another LEGO Marvel review. As I said in my last LEGO Marvel review, I am a big fan of Marvel and I also collect some of the LEGO sets. And one of the highlights of my collections is this, the X-Men X-Jet, aka the Blackbird, which is based on X-Men 97, a pretty good series. And yeah, when this set was announced, I immediately knew that I had to get it, because nowadays, I'm not really a big fan of the movies, and the sets we get are either based on the movies or based on nothing at all. So, yeah, we finally got something that was based on something that was in the movie, that which was good. The reason why I don't like movie sets, among other reasons, I just don't really like how the minifigures are different from how I like them, because I generally like the comics design, and these are pretty good. These are pretty close to the original design, so yeah. That, and also I grew up with the original X-Men the animated series from the 90s, and this is a continuation of that. I never expected to ever have minifigures based on that series, so yeah, that was really cool when they announced it. So yeah, there was one problem though. It was really expensive. I forget the price, but I think it was like $80, which is a lot for something this size. Like that's a very common issue with Lego nowadays. So I waited a while and I eventually found it on sale. Forgot again what exactly it was, but it was a lot better. So, without any further ado, I suppose we should get into the set now. So we'll start with the minifigures. Um, so the most important minifigure is obviously Cyclops. You know, he's the X-Man. This is an older version of Cyclops, technically, because not long after this set was released, they made a new X-Men set with a new Cyclops who had some details on his legs. It's a shame they didn't add it on this minifigure, but it's not a big deal. I don't need every minifigure to have leg painting, so yeah, I'm fine with Cyclops looking like this. And this is a very good minifigure. It's got all the right details, the right colors, everything. If you want, you can also remove the hair, and then you have Cyclops in his original depiction where he is bald. And on the other side, he has an alternate face paint, so he can look like this. It's a pretty good alternate face expression, but I don't know. I think I would maybe prefer something where his visor was glowing a little bit to simulate that he's about to use his powers. I think that would be good for some play opportunities, but it's not a big deal. Overall, yeah, this is a great minifigure. I'm glad to finally have a Cyclops. Next is Wolverine, and oh, I put this blue thing on his shoulders for him to be a little bit more accurate, but I suppose I should leave it because, it wasn't there originally. So this minifigure does have like painting, which is cool. We do like that. The previous Wolverine from the CMF series, he actually had dual molded legs and also arm painting. It's a shame they had to drop that, but I understand you can't really get CMF quality in normal sets, so it is what it is. And even without that, yeah, again, really good minifigure. I really like the shade of yellow. I have another Lego Wolverine, but he's a tiny little bit more orange. Well, not orange, but darker yellow. And I definitely prefer this shade. Yeah, some nice detail on the back, claws, and this is what the head looks like. He looks like he has a sleeping mask, and if we turn him around, that's where you see the first problem. So you can give him the mask, but then it doesn't have the white eyes. They gave you a face paint for Logan without the mask, which is good. That's something that you want, except they didn't give you any hairpiece for him, so he's just bald. Yeah, I have no idea. Like, seriously, couldn't they afford to give him some hair? I had to find some other hair somewhere else, and it doesn't really suit him. It's not the most accurate, but it's the best thing I could find. So this is how my Logan has to look like, unfortunately. So yeah, because of that, I prefer to display him with the mask. And to be fair, it is a really cool mask, but I would like it if they would at least give us the option to have him without the mask. So yeah. Oh. Okay. Next, we've got Oak. So this is our first Lego Oak ever. That's pretty cool, and it is a very good Oak. I don't really have much to say. They put the white hair on her, so that's cool. This is her alternate face paint. Really good choice. I don't think they could make a better one. And yeah, she's the second and only other minifigure in this set to have leg paintings, so that's cool. She doesn't have dual molded legs, but I think that's fine. And yeah, I don't have much to say, but it's a great minifigure. And the last minifigure in this set is Magneto. What's interesting about him is that this isn't the normal Magneto outfit. This is based on his alternate outfit from when he temporarily joined the X-Men, which is of course based on a similar storyline from the comics. And in the show, that costume was really good and really accurate, but in this minifigure, it's not as good. First of all, the hair and the face, I don't think it really suits Magneto. The hair, it looks good from this side, but when you look at how long it is, this just isn't Magneto's hair. His hair is a little bit more messy and shorter, so yeah, I don't know why they chose this specifically. His other face paint is this, which, I mean, yeah, I guess it does suit him, but I don't know, I feel like the design they chose for his face, it makes him look a little bit too old. And as for his body, I don't like how bright it is. The purple was a lot darker. It was like his cape. Not sure why they did it like this. It's not a big deal. I still think it looks really cool, but this is, I guess, technically this is technically the most disappointing minifigure. But even then, it looks decent, you know, it doesn't have leg painting, it doesn't have much detail, but it doesn't need to, I think. And people were a little bit annoyed that this wasn't Magneto's normal outfit, that it was his second outfit. And on one hand, I get it, because this was the first Lego Magneto in like almost 10 years. But at the same time, like, we're definitely gonna get another Lego Magneto in the default outfit. Wait, we actually already did, so we definitely don't need every single Magneto to have his default costume, and I'm glad they made an alternate version. I definitely like this era of Magneto, so I'm glad it got a Lego minifigure. So that's everyone in this set, but of course you can expand this a little bit. If you bought the CMF series, then you also have Storm and Beast. I'm not gonna review them because they're not part of this set, but these are also based on the X-Men 97 version, so they do kind of belong here. And then also I made a couple customs of some other minifigures. Not everyone is in X-Men 97, but yeah, I just wanted to show these guys. You know, I have a little bit bigger Lego X-Men collection than I used to, so yeah, but back to the set. So we got these nice 4 minifigures, but we also get this nice plane. So this is the X-Men's private jet, the Blackbird. And it's a very nice, very sleek design. I like it a lot. So this is how it looks like from all the angles. It's got some decent amount of stickers. It's got some here, little bit here, and then also over here. It's got some nice play features, so you can of course lift this and put some minifigures inside. So I'm just going to quickly do that. And let's put the elk behind him. I would put Jean, but I don't have her, unfortunately. So yeah, you've also got some stickers inside the cap. You have this thing, so they're like looking at Magneto or something, I don't know. This can also lift, and you can put some more minifigures inside. So I'm gonna put Wolverine, if his claws can fit. Yeah, I think they do. And then, well, not Magneto, so I'm going to use Beast from the CMF to make it a little bit more complete. You've got some other things here. This is my favorite detail, I think. So there's a sticker of like, I don't know, something with the Blackbird. Beast can look at it. And over it they put this translucent blue piece, so it looks more like a computer screen. Very clever detail, I think. Oh. I'm not sure if it's because Wolverine's mask... Oh, yeah. I had some issues closing it, but you just need to do it a little bit differently. Another feature is these boxes, which are there for Magneto to mess around with. But you know, they are also useful for storage. Oh yeah, I forgot. You can only get to these boxes when this thing is open. That's actually really good because they don't fall out. I put some spare pieces from the set inside because, you know, where else would I put them? So I'm just going to quickly show how they look like. Yeah, very nice box design, not much to say. Yeah, I've got some extra stats inside. It's always good to keep stats in a dedicated space, because, you know, what if you lose the ones that you already have? And that takes me to the final features of this set. Stat shooters, I'm not going to do it because I don't want to lose them, but you know, you can press this and it launches a laser gun or something, and there's also this thing at the back. Well, actually, I'm gonna shoot this because that's a lot harder to lose. Wait, am I doing this right? Wait, hold on. Okay, so I shot it, but it didn't really work, so I need to figure out exactly how this works. I didn't play with this for a really long time. Yeah, never mind, that's not important. You also have some landing gear, because you can, you know, you can stabilize it with these things, and then when the plane starts flying, you can do this. And yeah, I think that's about everything that's here to say. I'm just going to show the underside of the plane. Very lovely. So yeah, that's the X-Men X-Jet set. Do I recommend it? Yes, 100%. I think it's been discontinued now, unfortunately, but I'm not really sure. But if you can find it for a cheaper price, then yeah, I would recommend it, because it's really cool, you know. I missed the cartoon aesthetic, I missed the animated series. I'm glad we're finally going back a little bit into that, and I'm glad the X-Men are getting peak like this. Yeah, I do hope they expand the X-Men collection a little bit more. They recently made that set which has Jean and Gambit and Iceman and a couple minifigures. Ideally, they would also make, like, I don't know, Mr. Sinister, I really like him, Mystique, maybe even Deadpool again, but I'm not really counting on that. So yeah, good set, I would recommend it. And yep, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in another video.